This is an incredible takedown of Fox News, of much of the right wing that I'm about to show you, put together by The Daily Show with Trevor Noah. Absolutely disturbing, actually, but also accurate. So what they do, and I'll just read you the way that they titled this tweet when they sent out this video. Everyone agrees Nick Fuentes should not be having dinner with Trump. He should have a show on Fox News. That's what they titled it. And what is being highlighted in the video I'm about to show you is things that Nick Fuentes has said, well-known white supremacist, Holocaust denier, same person that Donald Trump had dinner with and can't denounce after the fact, and then sets it next to things that have been said on Fox News. And they are oddly similar. And so it shows you the largest conservative network, the most significant voice of the conservative movement in the media being Fox News, and some of the most popular leaders, including Tucker Carlson, and it shows Republican senators and many others, are saying things just in a slightly more dog whistly way that are similar to what Nick Fuentes, an out and out fascist, he wants a dictatorship so he can oppress people, and these are things he's down with. He said, I'm not characterizing this at all unfairly, he has called himself, someone who wants a dictatorship, and white people need to rise up to protect themselves or whatever. Take a look at this. Great job from The Daily Show.
They say about America, they say diversity is our strength.
How precisely is diversity our strength?
You got to recognize the fact that this is a godless country. I hate it.
You're right. They're godless. That is exactly right. I never talk like that, but it's true.
Black people are violent,
They have chaos and violence in their communities.
Send the military into these black neighborhoods, make the streets safe. They'll complain about it. It doesn't matter.
We should send in the troops if necessary to restore order.
Enough with the Jim Crow stuff. Who cares? Oh, to drink out of a different water fountain. Big deal.
Oh, the legacy of Jim Crow. That was 67 years ago. It is ancient history now.
Russia. Can we give a round of applause for Russia?
And why shouldn't I root for Russia, which I am?
The fundamentals of our worldview, a society where boys and girls get married as teenagers and start having kids.
We need these ladies to get married. And it's time to fall in love and just settle down. Guys, go put a ring on it.
And they have big families and a high birth rate.
We have to do something to increase our birth rate, or the vacuum that's created will be filled by people that don't believe in our values.
We live in a big Middle Eastern bazaar. We're a big Middle Eastern bazaar with people sitting on blankets and selling cockroaches on sticks.
We have a moral obligation to admit the world's poor, they tell us, even if it makes our own country poorer and dirtier and more divided.
And white people are done being bullied.
Discriminating against and denigrating, just denigrating white people.
Trump's got to get in there and never leave. Elect Trump one more time and then stop having elections.
President for life, that sounds good. Maybe we're going to have to try it. President for life.
I mean, nothing even has to be said. I'll say something because that's literally what I do here, but nothing has to. That says it all. Of course, there's a difference between mainstream Republicans and Nick Fuentes. Yes. But too many of the very popular, there's a huge difference to be clear, but too many of the very popular figures and some of the central individuals in the MAGA movement specifically are saying very similar things to Nick Fuentes. They just wrap it up in a little bit more of plausible deniability. That's it. Tucker Carlson, after Fuentes is raging on about immigrants in a very disturbing way, then it cuts to the clip of Tucker Carlson where he's saying these immigrants are going to make our country poorer and dirtier. And we've talked about how just statistically that's not even true. The data doesn't bear that out. But also from a human standpoint, that is so vile. And so that's scary. That's what we could get closer and closer to as a country. And it's why people use the fascist word, because the only time you prevent fascism is before it's completely occurred, right? And so we're seeing too many indicators in a particular part of the right wing of an ambition for that type of world. And it's very scary. It's very dangerous. As a reminder, it's not just Trump saying very similar things where he goes, oh, we should try that in the United States, president for life, meaning dictator, meaning him, and Tucker Carlson and Tom Cotton and Fox News hosts otherwise, but also Marjorie Greene went to Nick Fuentes' little AFPAC event, shook hands with him, gave a speech. She knew what this event was. This is pretty much the white nationalist version of CPAC. It's just, they didn't feel like CPAC was radical enough, I guess. And this was when Marjorie Greene appeared at that, I think in, there we go, 2022.
But thanks to him, we are honored, we are humbled and excited to welcome to the stage right now for our first speech, and we love to get to know her much better. I think this is going to be the beginning of something great. The representative from Georgia, Marjorie Taylor Greene.
For our podcast listeners, she's coming out, she's shaking hands, she'll pat them, you know, and having just a jolly old time.
Well, hello, canceled Americans.
You know what? I'm going to say it. I'm going to go out and say it, everyone. I am pro cancel culture for white nationalists. I'm for it. I don't care. I'm a brave person who can say, cancel the white nationalists. Guys, you don't go to a KKK rally and say afterwards, oh no, I didn't know what they stood for. Same thing, Marjorie Taylor Greene. You don't go to AFPAC and then after, which is what she did, she went, I didn't know who Nick Fuentes was. Blah, blah, blah. Stop it. You have staff members. I know they did some background research on Nick Fuentes and on the event that you were speaking at. Again, if I got a little email from kkk.net@gmail.com, would you like to speak? I would say no. I want to go, oh, I speak anywhere. Who knows who this is, okay? It's not that hard to understand. And this is what too much of the right-wing movement has become, and it's dangerous. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to be a part of what makes this show possible, plus get access to the full video version of the show hours before any of the clips are uploaded to YouTube, plus get access to an extra full show every Saturday that only members can see, you can do so by going to patreon.com/Luke Beasley. That's patreon.com/Luke Beasley, and there is a link in the description.